This is really hard, right, Val? We're in uncharted territory, but there are some things that we can do when parents have to go to work to ensure our children's safety. One of the most important things that parents can do is set ground rules ahead of time. What are those things that are off limits in the home? What are those things that are safe for kids to do while parents are out of the home? What are the emergency phone numbers? Have that posted someplace on a bulletin board or on the refrigerator so that kids know who to call if there's an emergency, if they can't get a hold of a working parent.
Well, some parents may be working home, which can be challenging. So what ground rules should you set in the house while you try to get a little bit of work done?
Sure. So it's difficult at best when parents are pulled in so many different directions. One of the things that we recommend is setting a timer so that when you're sucked into work and you're really focusing on your work, you don't lose track of time, so that you can go ahead and check on your children every so often, whether that's every 15 minutes, every half hour, every hour, whatever you feel is safest for your child. The other things you want to think about are also setting those off-limits rules. While mom is in the office working, you may not be outside unsupervised. You may not use the stove if that's something you feel is unsafe for your child to do.
What about those teenagers or preteens that were leaving at home by themselves?
So teenagers really miss out on their social time under social distancing, right? But one of the things that we want to make sure teens know to do is the same thing when they're home alone during the school year. You don't answer the door if you don't know who's on the other side of the door. Know who to call for 911. Know who to call in an emergency. Is there a neighbor nearby you can call, that your teen can call if there's something going on? Know where the fire extinguisher is in the house. Make sure they know how to use it. No kids coming over to the house to hang out when mom and dad aren't home.
What about screen time? May want to limit that and keep that social distancing still going on?
Yes, absolutely. Limiting screen time is hard, especially when kids are bored. But it's something that's still very important for us to do as parents. Keeping kids active in other ways. They can be outside in the garden with mom and dad. They can go for a walk with a parent. There are things that we can do to keep the boredom at bay. Maybe do schoolwork, which I know is real popular.
And maybe this is a good time to learn something new.
Absolutely. One of the things we don't recommend, though, is learning how to do something new, like you've never ridden a bike before and now this week is the week you're going to try. Because we want to keep otherwise healthy children out of the hospital. If your child knows how to ride a bike and they want to ride their bike around the neighborhood, as long as they're wearing a helmet, they should have at it and have fun riding that bike. But we don't recommend learning a new, potentially dangerous skill if a child's never done it before.
Thank you, Amy Bollinger, for joining us today. We're going to take your advice to heart and we appreciate it.